and she's back in the room. Okay, so all cured and finished and top coated, and I'm just going to really shake my camera around and take ages to get into a position that I'm happy with. As you can see, I've got my little silver tray. I got my little silver tray from Scatter Crystals recently. I love it. And in there I've got a selection of my purple crystals and a few of my silver. Basically my crystals, I buy a lot from Scatter Crystals, and I will buy a colour selection. So I will buy loads of purples or loads of greens, and when I do that I buy them in various sizes, so they're always the round flat backs, and I buy them in various sizes and different shades of that particular colour, and then I put them in a crystal wheel, and then when I want to use them I can either use like individuals or can make a little mix up of the different like sizes and colours and stuff. So I can't honestly tell you exactly what's in there, but it's purple shades. So I'm going to do some 3D on these nails. So I'm using the white diamonds, which is the same as the white that I used for marbling, and I'm using my Glitter Fairy Oval 2 to do my 3D work with. And I'm picking up a small bead of the acrylic, taking a little bit of liquid out of the back of the bead, and then placing that bead on the nail. Now, your 3D work, this is something that I cannot stress this enough. People need to just sit and have a little play with it, because it all depends on, obviously it's the normal kind of setting time thing. It's the heat in your room, how fast your acrylic sets, things like that. So you just need to have a little play and get an idea of like how wet you need to work or how dry you're working. So again, I'm coming in, taking a bit of the liquid out of the back of the bead, and I'm then going to come in and place it on the nail. You can see even me sometimes, I just get a bead kind of run away. I drop it or something because I've taken a little too much liquid and it's gone a little too dry. That bead wasn't quite big enough, so I wasn't very happy with it. I tried to zoom in as much as possible so that you can get nice and close to what I'm doing. I must apologise for how dry my hands look. Obviously when you're sat filing a lot and constantly like using your sanitizer and stuff, like through a service my hands start looking very dry. Obviously I then wash my hands and moisturise them after every set. So that's why my hands look really dry and quite, they don't look very pleasant, do they? And again, so placing that bead down, letting it go, letting it just start to set. I was really unhappy on this nail. I just couldn't figure out where I wanted the beads to be and stuff like that. And that's a good thing with 3D, like if you're not happy, if you place a bead down, sorry, yawning away there. If you place a bead down and you're like, no, as long as you get it off before it's fully set, you can generally like wipe it off quite easily. Dropping beads all over the place. And more definition in that petal. And then so getting it about a 45-degree angle. So you want the tip of your brush like pointed at your nail, but the body of your brush up away from that nail. And then just slowly shaping those petals. Don't be afraid to move your lady's hands around so you can really get in there. So just kind of going round in a circle and then just pulling that central bit to create that nice petal shape. And I really love working with this white because it leaves that lovely silvery shimmer and it makes it look super white, because sometimes when you do white 3D it can look a little bit grubby after a couple of weeks, and it's nice to have this little bit of silver because that just adds a nice little shimmer to it. Makes it look brighter and whiter for longer. So on this nail I'm going to do a couple of flowers. Sorry, I keep yawning. I must apologise. I generally do my voiceovers at the end of a very long day. And it does kind of make me really relaxed, so I then start getting all yawny and sleepy. So again, just kind of shaping that out, making sure, again, the tip of my brush is pointed at there. Well, it's fun just watching a plaster, isn't it? Check out my little thumb stub. No first world problems, but it really upsets me when I break a nail. Back to actually kind of being able to see what I'm doing here. So I place that other bead on. And coming in. Creating that rounded petal shape. And then just tapering out. Then going entirely out of shot, which is always really helpful when you're watching a tutorial on how to do something. So yeah, there's my thumb. I'm going to pause the video and cut all of this out for you guys. And as if by magic, I mean, it's that smooth editing, which is why you tune into me, right? So I'm going to try really hard to stay in shot. I say that like I can affect it now, I can't, I'm watching back. So yeah, so I've created those two other petals, and I'm going to pop another one in. Again, keeping out of shot, you know, keeping you guys wanting more. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I'm going to place a bead in the middle of the flower, and then another bead kind of away at the bottom, because I want to look like two flowers are nice and close together. Sorry if you hear some clattering around in the background there, that's my other half just getting dinner ready. And then the ones in the middle, I'm just going to do just a round petal. So I don't want to taper off the centre or anything, just keep a nice round petal there. I'm going to do the same on these two leaves. And this is the point where I realised I haven't actually done this on the other fingers, which I meant to, so I'll end up going back and adding a few extra petals onto the other fingers too. So just going back and adding those central petals to the other flowers. And again, it's that sitting and playing around on practice tips and on your own hands, and that will help you get a better sense of the timing needed for when your acrylic is setting and how to manipulate it. And then I'm just going to continue adding petals onto all the other nails. So I'm going to turn off the voiceover now and just let you continue to watch me adding the petals, and then I'm going to come back when I start adding the crystals. Okay, so when they're all done and I'm happy with the petals, I'm then going to come in and I'm just going to use a tiny little bit of CJP gripper glue. It's my wax pencil, and just pick up random crystals and placing on the nail. Now, sorry, I just smashed my foot against the road. It is not my day. Ow. Right, so when you have just put your top coat on and it's come out of a warm lamp and you try and stick crystals on, they will slide all over the place. They can be quite tricky to stick down. Now, because these nails have been out of the lamp for a good 10-15 minutes, because I've been adding all the 3D to, it's cooled down nicely. So I find then adding crystals, they stick much better because they've got that nice cool surface to stick to. Whereas often, you may have noticed when you try and put them on a warm surface straight out of the lamp, they'll slide all over the place. So there's just another hopeful little trick for you there. So I'm just going to add, like, some of them I'm going to put crystals like in the middle of the flowers, some of them I'm just going to pop them kind of like around the edge of the petals. Just want to add that little extra bling. Oh, and the camera's going to keep auto-focusing on my manky thumb. However many times I turn off autofocus, it does not listen to me. Yep, there's a thumb. It's fun for you guys, right? And do you see what I mean about that lovely silver shimmer in that white? It just makes them look... It's got that lovely shine and shimmer. This is a lovely colour to do with wedding nails. And now remember, it's the same kind of rules when you're applying the crystals as normal. Just make sure that once you've applied them all, give them a couple of minutes to let that glue set before you then put any cuticle oil on. But there you go, guys. I'm just going to pop a little bit of cuticle oil on there. I'm going to look really awkward rubbing it in because obviously I don't have the thumb in action at the moment, so just using other fingers to kind of like rub that in a bit. And there you go, guys, this is the mini-me version of the set of nails I'll be doing on myself in a few days. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Any questions, comments or requests, please just pop it all below. So thanks for tuning in. Bye! Thanks so much for tuning into my video. Don't forget all the products I have used are listed in the description below, along with all my regular links. Don't forget to subscribe and tick that bell so it's ringing so you always get a notification when I'm live or have shared a video. And don't forget, if you've got any questions, comments or requests, just pop it below. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!